Hey, what's up, everybody? It's DJ Ron, the classic DJ from the Bay. Just getting a little comfortable once again. Been on the go, been doing my thing. As many know, father just passed away not too long ago, blessed to do his eulogy. So I've been traveling. I've been to mid-country Louisiana area, back home again, and then back to Louisiana again, back home again, on the go. So, anytime you're dealing with weather, climates, and stuff like that, as far as in my family, sinus problems can be hereditary. A lot of people call them allergies and stuff like that. So I've been suffering, dealing with some allergies, but I'm here. You understand what I'm saying? I'm still here and thankful for that. So look, let's just get right into it. Next installment of A Dilemma of a Good Man. Remember the rules. First to like, to subscribe, to check this page, check the full video out on YouTube. If you're looking at it now in a reel, make sure you go look at it on YouTube. If you're on TikTok and you're looking at it, you're looking at the whole video all at one time. You know what I mean? Haven't figured out how to get it like that on Facebook Reels or whatnot. But the whole idea of the reel is to let you know that the full video exists. So if you're on the reel, you see the video, make sure that you go to the comments, because each and every time I post it, or I'm doing my best, each and every time that I post it on Facebook, I will put the link in the comments. That way you could just go to the comments, look at the full video, like, subscribe, share if you desire to do so, and certainly you can share some feedback. The last video I did was entitled Asking for a Friend, and that one I believe is somewhere where you can actually give some feedback. So look, let me just see here. Okay, there go my shirt. Yeah, boldly attaining mercy and finding grace. You know what I'm saying? This is a Sunday. Didn't dress up in a suit or whatnot today. As I said, I've been a little bit under the weather, but made it to church, feel better coming out of church, and ready to get into the next video. So the next video, it deals with her best pickup line for me. That was, you know what I mean? Her best pickup line, but this is the best pickup line for me. Just taking you back to about 25 or so years ago, doing what I was doing back in those days, you know what I mean? I wasn't always in the church. I grew up in church, fell off because I knew I wanted to be a dope dealer, drug dealer, whatnot, if I'm just to keep it 100 with you, you know what I'm saying? So once upon a time, I was in the streets, like pretty heavily in the streets, you know what I mean? Those who know me, and those who didn't, you know what I mean? I wasn't the kind of person that would talk to females in my neighborhood per se, unless I've been looking at you and been admiring you for a long time and thought you were something of substance, that maybe you get a chance to dance with me. You understand what I'm saying? So this is one of those females who was around, who had been around, and finally, we were talking and whatnot. Well, there was one time, though, when I got with her, and it was a flirtation moment. It was a filling out kind of a moment. You know what I mean? I remember it vividly. It was a day that the Tupac's All Eyes on Me album came out or whatnot, and I was just at her house just chilling or whatnot, and we just talked about some things, but not necessarily on the same page, you know what I'm saying? So, I just remember at that time, Life Goes On was my favorite song on that album. As soon as it came out, I don't know what it was about that song. Probably because we lost a lot of homeboys that time, particularly in the year 95, 96. And 96 to be exact was like just a tough and rough year. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, fast forward, that was the time, you know what I mean? But if you know me like I know, I'm the kind of person that always planted seeds. You get what I'm saying? There's a video coming out pretty soon about that as well, about planting seeds, taking your time, especially when it came to more familiar people that was close to me and around me. Matter of fact, at that time, she lived right around the corner from me. And I didn't rush in with her. I did not rush into her. But then a little bit later down the line, let's see, that would have to put us, say, in about October, a little later down the line. Tupac came out, I believe, in February. So down the line, we hook up again. And talking to her on my phone, she's like, how we do it? Oh, what you doing? Oh, nothing. I'm just sitting over here chilling. That was her. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing? Man, I'm over here. I'm probably about to clean up my room. And her best pickup line to me was, do you want me to come and help you clean up your room? At that time, I didn't like cleaning up. I'd rather be outside getting money, you know what I'm saying? But also in those times, my pager would go off and I could get money. You know what I mean? So anyway, yeah, of course, she came over, and just to let you know about this female, brothers from my neighborhood, they know her. You know what I mean? A couple of them talked to her before or whatever, but that's beside the point. As for me, you know what I mean? Her height was right, her size was right, her proportions was tight, and everything else, you know what I mean? But what really made me like her was that her personality was fun. Not only that she took initiative, you understand what I'm saying, to help me out, knowing that I'm a single black man. I was a single black father at that time, too. Her personality was fun. And the reason why that was important is because as a single father, my son's mother wasn't around. You get what I'm saying? I was dealing with my second son's mother at the time, but you know how that go. We was up and down all around, you know what I mean? We was good, but we wasn't good at that time, you know what I mean? To quote Usher. You see what I'm saying? So she had her opportunity, so she stepped in. She definitely helped clean me up, clean my house up, I should say. A little later, she cleaned me up too, but that's beside the point, you know. She became a good friend of mine, and once my son's mother had come to her senses, so to speak, I'm trying to say it in the best way, we got back on better terms or whatnot. Of course, I was going with my son's mother because, after all, we planted a family. You understand what I'm saying? So, I guess at that time, you know, like how Biggie and them say, you know, y'all chase him, but we replace him. You know what I mean? When we was going through some tough times, that's just me and my son's mother. You know what I mean? I was always in a mood for a replacement. I always had a couple of young ladies on speed dial. You know what I mean? There's always some seeds that was ready to ripen, that was ready to sprout, ready to come forth. You understand what I'm saying? So that was just the way that I moved. But at the same time, I knew how to be single. You know what I'm saying? So if you imagine at the age of 24, 25, I knew how to be single. I certainly know how to be single now. You know what I mean? I'm a principled young man. You know what I mean? I was an only child. You understand what I'm saying? And I was raised a certain way. So it was just some things that I just wasn't going to deal with or have to deal with. Unnecessary problems. Get what I'm saying? So as a matter of fact, because I ended up getting with my mother, I had to check the timeline. I remember because her and I remained friends. She died like 3 or 4 years ago. Boyfriend laced some weed with some fentanyl or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know the full story, but that's what it looked like. She may have overdosed over something. But we always remained friends, always remained cordial. And every once in a while, I link up with her. You know what I mean? Not nothing serious, but you know, we link up and we kick it, and it'd be all to the good. You understand what I'm saying? So, reason why I mention that is because, you know, it's a shame how some brothers would kill somebody over a female. You understand what I'm saying? I've never understood it. You understand what I'm saying? And I never will understand it. You know what I mean? You know, I guess I'm more, right, like I say, because I'm raised a certain way, I'm more cut from the cloth of, like Tupac said, I let a trick be a trick. You can have that chick. You understand what I'm saying? So I've always been that kind of person. Like I said, she had her son and everything. She was, you know, pretty good parent to her son, and you know what I'm saying, but she was never in a serious relationship, you know what I mean? So therefore, I guess she just kept having her fun and whatnot, and I never could knock her for that. She always kept her little job and whatnot. I seen her in a couple stores one time, you know what I'm saying? She just reached back and like paid for my stuff and everything. That's the kind of friendship her and I had, you understand what I'm saying? So I kind of miss her, you know what I mean, in a certain extent, you know what I mean? I know her mother and her father and everything else, but the whole thing about the whole point about the video is what? She took the initiative to help me out. You understand what I'm saying? Regardless of what she looked like, how she dressed like, how she act like, and everything else. That's the one key that most good people cannot pass up. You understand what I'm saying? Because oftentimes when you're dealing with somebody of the opposite sex, you're talking about your transgressions, things that you're doing, and a lot of times we're dealing with stuff that we don't necessarily have to deal with. It's always good to deal with it with somebody else. They're looking for ways out of it. You understand what I'm saying? She saw that as her way to get into it. And I don't remember how good we cleaned my room and nothing like that. I just remember that the night didn't end separate. You understand what I'm saying? We were together that night. You understand what I'm saying? It became a beautiful beginning of a beautiful relationship that spanned 96 to 2026. Would have been 20 years. So it spanned 50. Actually, it would have been 30 years. So it spanned the course of over 20 years of friendship. So look, that's about all I got. You know what I'm saying? I think the key to it all, especially if you're trying to be good, you want to be better, is that to get what you want, you understand what I'm saying? You have to be what they need. You understand what I'm saying? At that particular moment, I needed somebody to clean up. At that time, I could have easily gotten a fiend to come through and sweep and clean and all that kind of stuff or whatever, but nobody gonna do what you do as well as you do it unless you have somebody alongside of you to show them how it should be done. I hope I made some sense there, you know what I'm saying? So look, at this point in time, I'm gonna remind you again of the rules: to like, subscribe, to click, to share, and or give me some feedback on it. You know what I mean? What's the relationship that you had? What was the one thing that somebody used, a pickup line that they used on you that just made you gravitate to that person? You get what I'm saying? Now, me and her never got married, nothing like that, but she became a great friend in my life. You know what I mean? There was a couple things that I didn't care too much about. You know, she smoked, she drank, or whatever. Her prerogative, and it was my choice to not deal with it. But at the same time, she was just a beautiful, beautiful person. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what brought me to this video. So look, this is DJ Ron, the classic DJ from the Bay. I'm just advise you to be good, and as always, God bless.